As some of you know, I made a video about Anita Sarkeesian again, and I am getting rather tired of making videos about Anita Sarkeesian and why she is wrong and how she is wrong. And I'm just sick and tired of all these pseudo intellectual people, these these social justice warriors, these no, you know what? I'm just going to call them members of the religion of take. Because that is all they do. They take. They take away everything and give nothing back. Now, the reason why I hate Anita is very simple. It's because all of her stuff, all of her reviews or the tropes and whatever, it's taking a brush that's about 1 billion miles wide, sticking into a can of paint that says man, and saying, this is ever, and making a big, wide brush stroke. Because that's what man is. Because that's what the dogma of the religion of take says. Man is the devil, man is this, man is that, blah, 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 blah. And it shows in everything that she does in her videos. She doesn't go over any information. And this is why I call her one of these pseudo intellectual, narcissistic douche nozzles that exist, that you run into, that use too big of words for their own good, that just so that they sound smarter, and they constantly talk down to you. She's speaking on behalf of us, the male gamer, and the female gamer at the same time. She's telling everybody this is what all male gamers do. And she has absolutely no clue. Not and while I would like to say not all male gamers do this, there are some that do. But that being said, objectifying an object, that's all video games characters are. Every last one of them. Whether they are male or female, they are objects. Because you decide what they will do. They have absolutely no agency or thought of their own. They are voiced by people in the community, in the video game community, to do voices like David Hayter and Troy Baker, Nathan Fillion, you know, but those characters on the screen can't do anything without input on a device like this. Yeah, I'm a PlayStation fan. What you probably knew that. So, what if they live or they die is up to me or to you, the video game player, because you are, in a sense, kind of becoming them. And she will never debate anybody, male or female, because, like every single solitary pseudo intellectual, if they were ever to actually debate someone, they would look like a complete idiot. Because all they do is get a cursory knowledge of something and talk about it as though they know everything about it, when they actually don't. And I call third wave feminism the religion of take because, again, that's what they do. They only take. They know nothing of how to give, which is the reason why I think a lot of their relationships fail, is because they don't give anything back. They don't give love. They don't give affection. They don't give their bodies, I guess you could say. It has to be earned through either meaningless little baubles or deeds. Affection has to be earned. That's just wrong. And of course, they're complaining about the good man. Well, that's a bit of a sexual objectification. Oh, wait, you're a woman, so you can't objectify a man. It's so dumb. And if you watch the previous video I put out, I said the implications, and I shuddered. What I meant was that, again, without big wide brush that Anita is using, is she's saying, in not so many words, that it's normal for guys like me, my age, which is 34, fully grown guys, the male gaze would normally sexualize a 12-year-old girl. And it's only in this particular instance that she isn't. She has absolutely no common sense. She has absolutely no knowledge. She cannot speak on behalf of me or anybody else. She can only speak about what she thinks. But she doesn't. She doesn't speak on behalf of her. She speaks on behalf of everybody else. She never truly sees it from a point of view like a video game player. No, what she sees it is pretty much, it's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like when Johnny Depp was talking to that one fellow in Pirates of the Caribbean. Take what you can, give nothing back. And that just comes across to me as what she's trying to do. Just take what she can and give nothing back. Of course, these pseudo-intellectuals and these feminazis, if you want to call them, I call them that, they're like, where have the good men gone? They've gone to find good women. That's where they've gone. They've gone to find women who actually love them, who actually will care about them and listen to them when they're feeling down and they're feeling, work with them. Actually give something back. That's where they've gone. Anyway, it's just, I wish she would actually look into these video games and see them for what they are, an entertainment. Something to escape the doldrums of the normal. And even if a female is given sexy armor in a fantasy game, it's a joke. It's entirely a joke because in what real world would a woman wear a bikini and fight a continent-sized dragon? Or better yet, the male, they're like, well, the male armor is, big and bulky. Yeah. Do you think that they could move, let alone do anything that these characters on the screen are doing? I mean, look at some of the weapons that these characters use. Big, huge, gargantuan swords that weigh hundreds of pounds, are not exactly the easiest to wield. And they're doing all these flips and these kicks and these lunges and everything that just would not be possible in full body armor. Now look at the Dragoons from the Final Fantasy series. They're wearing full plate armor and they're jumping 10 feet in the air and coming down with a spear that somehow doesn't shatter into a billion pieces upon impact. I mean, seriously? But she doesn't triple check anything. Because if she actually did some triple checking, and if she actually gave a crap about video games, she would know about the 3 female ninjas in Ninja Gaiden. Or is it 4? It's either 3 or 4. I think it's Ami, Kasumi, Momiji, and Yumi? If I'm misremembering that, please tell me down in the comments. But I think there's 4. I think. It's been a very long time since I played Ninja Gaiden, but I think that those are the 4 female ninjas. If it's just 3, then it's Ami, Kasumi, and Yumi, and my memory's better than I thought. But anyway, these female characters in the Ninja Gaiden series are badass. There's no doubt about that. They wield katanas. They know ninjutsu. They're as badass as Ryu. Only the story isn't about them, it's about Ryu. Hell, look at Ryu. Just take a look at Ryu and what he is wearing. He's wearing a leather outfit that is so tight, it wouldn't be out of place in an S&M bar. And it's only going to be sexualized. I'm going to mock her till the end of time. The male Yeah, the male stare in my ass. It only becomes sexualized by the male stare if it was on a woman. Absolutely nothing else will be changed. It would be Ria Hayabusa, and she'd be sexualized and a sex object completely and automatically forever just because solely woman. That is bullshit. Nothing has changed about the character. The skill set is still the same. The ninjutsu is still the same. The magic is still the same. Everything is the same except for the character is a woman. And once it becomes a woman, it's automatically sex object. Sex object. I promised myself I wouldn't get off on a tangent. And it's like, I do have to applaud her for one thing, though. One thing she actually did get right was Bayonetta. Unfortunately, Bayonetta was not only made by a woman, but is literally perfect. She has perfect features. She's 7'7" and has a flawless body. Good luck finding that in reality. It's not... It does happen, but it's a rare thing to have perfect measurements. But seriously, Bayonetta is not based on anything real. If you remember, I said if a woman actually did all those things in high heels, that they would do some damage to their feet and had maybe have blisters the size of ripe tangerines. Yeah, that would actually happen in reality, but Bayonetta is not real. None of it is real. None of it affects real women. The only thing that does affect real women are people like you, Anita. Is there garbage on the internet? Is there garbage within the gaming community? Absolutely. And we need to change that. We really do. But it's a very tough question to answer. How do you change something like that without taking away people's ability to speak? I think one of the ways we can kind of make it better is to remind the people playing the video games why they started playing video games. It's because they were once the outcast. They were once the unpopular. They were once the unwashed masses that didn't quite fit in anywhere. And so you turn to a device that you could just dive into and just lose yourself. And you just kind of have to remind yourself that people coming into this, whether they're young or old or female, it really shouldn't matter because they're enjoying it. They're finding enjoyment in this thing that you found enjoyment in when you needed it. But, that's just me. And The Last of Us, again, I spoke about Tess. Or did I? I can't remember. But yeah, Tess was a complete badass. She wasn't sexualized at all, but was completely omitted simply because woman had wiggle. She had a normal walk cycle. All of the women pretty much had a normal walk cycle, except for Bayonetta. But again, we addressed the reasons why Bayonetta did that. It was for a lark, a laugh. It wasn't based on anything real. All they do is take. They just take everything and give nothing back. That's why I'm calling third wave feminism from now on the religion of tank. Not tank, take. And Anita is one of their high priestesses. Because she's taking more money. And she's not giving anything of value back. Of course, when people like me, or Thunderfoot, or the Amazing Atheist, name drops ahoy! Yeah. we're like, no, you can't have this. We're not going to let you take this. They throw a conniption. These pseudo-intellectuals do what they do best. They act like small, spoiled children, which they are. Throw a conniption fit, play the victim, and wait till the beta male bitches come. Wait till the beta bitches come. And these are people who support them or defend them and drive me absolutely insane. Because they're not helping the situation. They're not making things better. They won't learn that they're wrong. Sometimes they have to be wrong. No one can be right all the time. You have to tell people when they are wrong. And that's what we do with these kind of videos, is say, no, you're wrong. And they can't handle that. And the reason why is because someone comes along to defend them. To give them their binky and say, there, let Big Daddy take care of it, blah, 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 blah. I'll protect you from this big bad man. I mean, it's just, why? So, Anita does not have any point at all. She doesn't have anything to say. Because all video game characters are objects. And you can do with them as you will. You can dress them as you will. And that is the reason why she is wrong. That it's not just women. The male gaze is not a thing. It's not real. Well, until next time, folks. See you later.